Hey, okay, so give me a second. Let's make sure Instagram is also here in the room and we're going to get started. Come on in, tag somebody who needs to see this, and let's go. Okay, hey, how are you? I hope you guys have had a fantastic week so far. I know I have. This week has been really good. Got to spend some time with my family yesterday, so that was really nice. Come on in. Make sure that you are saying hello in the comments. Put a hashtag replay if you're watching this on a replay, and then let me know what city, state, or country you are tuning in from so I can shout you out. Say hello. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so let's get into today's. I'm excited because we're talking about virtual health is the new 30 today. And if you've been watching any of my live streams that I've been doing over the last couple of weeks, we've really been talking about what it takes and the characteristics, you could say, of stepping out of the norm in your industry. So if you are if you're running an online group coaching program, if you're building some type of membership or you're running some type of online program that is contrary to what people typically do in your particular industry, this whole video series really was for you. So if you have been watching the Hire Your First Community Manager video series, let me know in the comments. Please let me know how you guys have been enjoying this. I've been talking to a lot of you who have seen me on other podcasts, or you've heard about me from, another community that you're a part of, which I'm super grateful for. And I really just would love to hear your feedback on how this video series has impacted you, or how it's been helpful to you thus far with me doing it. So today, what we're going to talk about is I really want to get into my program, Hire Great Help. And I've been talking about Hire Great Help for not only the last 2 weeks, but it's really been like a consistent conversation I've been having with you guys over the last year of me creating this program. So I want to kind of give you some of the goods and some of the juice of like what it is and what updates we've made to it, what changes are available. Hold on one second, I'm trying to grab my notebook. What changes, we've made and things like that. So first and foremost, I want to just touch on the title of this video, right? So when I say virtual health coaching is the new 30, I'm specifically talking to you who have been, watching me for a while and really like engaging with my content. Those of you who are, registered dietitians, those of you who are in the health coaching space, you're in the health and wellness coaching space, or you are a dietitian, a nutritionist, or someone who is a professional in that aspect, and now you're getting your feet wet in the coaching space, right? Or you've made some type of transitions to offer coaching programs to your clients, right? And so when I say virtual health coaching is the new 30, I'm really talking about, again, you stepping out of what's normal in your industry and getting comfortable with not just offering virtual coaching services, but also making sure that you have the right people in place and you've hired the right team members to help you to grow and to help you to maintain the demand, right? And make sure that you're supplying the demand that you've been receiving in your virtual health coaching business. So just think about how you're going to do that. If you have grown at least 150% over the last 6 to 12 months, okay? If you are trying to wrap your mind around this word scale and what it means to scale, and everybody's talking about scaling and everybody has an advice for how you can sustainably scale, and you're not even really sure what that looks like for you, or you're seeing other options for that based on like the marketing coaches that you're following, the reels experts that you're following, Facebook ads experts that you've been looking at, or the other business coaches that you've been paying attention to, but you can't really wrap your mind around how their model or how their solution can fit your business, right? And you can't make the round peg fit into the square hole, basically, then I want you to like really pay attention to what I'm about to share with you and what I'm about to say, because I want to just present to you a different option. Okay. And this is something, what I've created is, if you know me, like I said, if you've heard me on any other podcast, or you've seen me on any other platform, or you've listened to any of my videos, I'm extremely unconventional. I don't do things based on the status quo. I am anti-status quo. I am anti what's popular. So that's kind of my approach with building businesses as well. Like, it must fit um the values that you have as a person, and it must fit how you desire your lifestyle to be as a business owner. So if everybody is telling you that you need to focus on hiring someone to do your social media management, and then you hear me say focusing on social media management is the opposite of what you need to be focusing on, it's actually the wrong way to grow, and that fits closer to your values, then you and I need to have a conversation. If you hear everyone else saying you need to, oh, if you're going to scale, you need to ramp up your marketing, and you need to do more Facebook advertising, and you need to focus on making sure that, you're getting your awareness out there and your brand is perfect. And you know, like, okay, that sounds good, but how is that going to fix my delivery issue? How is that going to fix the problems I'm having once I sign new clients, or when I get new students into my coaching programs? How do I make sure that I'm actually able to deliver the service to them that I just sold to them in a way where I don't personally burn out, or it doesn't weigh me down and stop me from being able to enjoy the freedom that I created this business to have? If that's you and I need to have a conversation. So I'm really going to talk to you today about how you do what's unconventional and do what's unpopular in your industry, and how you can work with me over the next 9 months or so to really create a foundation for that in your company, by setting up your operations the right way and making sure that you hire a community manager. Okay, so that's what we're going to get into in today's live stream. So if this resonates with you, and this is helping you, and you want to like have a conversation with me, just drop a me in the comment to let me know. And if you are silently watching this and lurking and you don't want anybody else to know, I know, because I'll be seeing y'all too. A lot of my clients, y'all never commented a thing before we work together, and I get it. But if you want to have a conversation privately, send me a direct message. You can even text me to 267-223-4402. And offline, we can have a powwow conversation about how I will be able to further help you create the unconventional in your company, right? Okay, so disclaimer. All right, so let's dive in. So what I wanted to start off with is, what is Hire Great Help? I'm really going to be answering some like FAQs in this video and making sure that you have all of the full details on what this is if you've been considering joining us. And when I say us, I mean my team and I, and the other dietitians and business owners and online business owners who are currently in Hire Great Help. So what is it, right? Hire Great Help is it's currently a 9-month program, okay? And I'm going to share the updates with you. So I'll let you know like what the updates are and what's changed and what's different. But I'm going to give you the basics of it first, then we'll talk about the updates. So Hire Great Help is a 9-month program where we help you, very, very straightforward, very to the point. We help you hire, onboard, and train your first community manager, okay? And the reason you want to make sure that you are focusing on hiring that one key team member to help you in your online business is because that person becomes the first point of contact for your clients, okay? That person is the person who is going to really maintain and run 75 to 80% of your online programs for you, so that your role as the primary teacher, as the one who is doing the bulk of the Zoom calls, as the one who is answering, client complaints and dealing with failed payments, and dealing with all of the day-to-day things that occur because you have a virtual online coaching program that's running, whether that's a group coaching program, whether that's a membership that's running, it doesn't matter. If you have an online coaching program, right, that's running, then the community manager is the person who allows you, the community manager is the person who allows you, I think that's Cassie, hey Cassie, who is going to take over that 75 to 80% of that program for you. So my program, Hire Great Help, we help you in that time frame to hire, onboard, and train your first community manager, okay, to run your online coaching programs for you. Right now, the bulk of the people who work with me are dietitians, okay? They are registered dietitians. So we have a lot of expertise and a lot of success in that area with helping them to give that role of being the person who's running the bulk of the coaching program over to their community manager. Okay, and then that frees them up to have more free time in their personal lives. Some of our RDs that we worked with, they want to expand their families and have maternity leaves and be able to take off 6 weeks so they can have children and spend time with their family. They're able to do that. A lot of our RDs have been able to gain back 20 to 30 hours in their work weeks per week, because now they're not the main person doing all of the coaching calls, because they now have delegated that role to their community manager. So the whole promise of Hire Great Help in my program is that we help you to hire, train, and onboard that person so you can completely delegate that role, which is your main role of serving and delivering your program to that person. Now you're free to go do your marketing if that's what you want to do. Now you're free to take time off of your business if you need to take extended periods of time off of your company, and you know your clients are still being served excellently. This is why we preach not to focus on marketing first, because I know from experience, from my 18 years of experience of hiring and building teams and helping businesses behind the scenes, that when you focus on hiring a proper team member first, that makes a world of change, and it really frees you up to go and do your best work in your marketing and in the other areas of your company that need building. So that leads me into my next point, which is, why did I create Hire Great Help? I created Hire Great Help because I really saw a gap in the online. I've been in the online business coaching space since 2014, right? And I really saw a gap in what online business owners knew about growing their companies and hiring the proper people in their teams. There's so much information out here about automations and hiring a virtual assistant, and putting your processes in place and building the culture for your company. And it's like all of this, some of it is helpful, some of it is just pretty fluffy stuff, but the hardcore work of delegating the main role that you fulfill day in and day out, when you open your laptop, when you turn on your computer, when you come to your office and you do the work as the CEO of your virtual business, the main job and the main the steps that it takes to delegate that role and to really be able to teach someone else how to do that is not present. No one's really teaching that. So when I saw that gap, and I said to myself, wow, nobody's really like talking about this or teaching how to do this, it really inspired me to create this program. And that was one of the main reasons I switched, and I made a change, or I guess you could say I pivoted, and I made a change and started offering this program back in 2020 because I knew that it was such a need for it. So that's that. The next thing, who is this for? This program is really for the and when I say online business owner, I'll give you an example of the people that we work with. Right now, like I said, the bulk of people that have come to us are registered dietitians. We also have agency owners, people who are building like virtual assistant agencies who we've worked with. We have health coaches that we've worked with. We have online business managers, anyone really who is building or offering some type of virtual program, virtual group program. Okay, and when I say virtual group program, I mean a program where more than 5, 50, or 100, right? You can have 5, you can have 50, you can have 100, but where you have a group of clients or a group of students who you are delivering a program to virtually, not in person, not hybrid, virtually, at a time. So if you are doing that, you would be someone who could be a possible candidate and possibly have success within Hire Great Help. This is for any subject matter expert who has at least 10 years of experience in your particular expertise. So even if this business that you're currently building or this program that you're currently running is new, right? If you've only had this program for 3 months, 6 months, it's new, but you're not new to the expertise that you're teaching in the program, right? As long as you have at least a decade of experience in what you're teaching in the program, Hire Great Help will be for you. This is also for anyone who has grown substantially over the last 6 to 12 months. So like I already mentioned, if your business has expanded or grown at least 150% in the last 6 to 12 months, and you've experienced that jump in the clients that you have to serve and the delivery of the program that you've sold to people, and you have a steady and a large amount of demand that's coming in that you now have to serve and supply, Hire Great Help was created for you. There are several qualifiers for this program, right? And we are very meticulous. We are very strategic. We are very, and when I say we, I'm talking about my team and I. We are very picky about who comes in the program and who doesn't, because I am 100% about curating a community that's going to cultivate success for everyone who's a part of it. So this in no way is for, a beginner or someone who doesn't have a lot of expertise in their particular industry or what they teach or what they're trying to sell clients. If you are still trying to just figure out like, what should I sell? What should I offer? This isn't really for you if you're not an expert in at least the topic that you want to coach and teach on. So you have to like know your shit, right? And if you don't, we wouldn't be the best fit for you. Okay, I'm trying to think of, so that's the main thing I wanted to mention. If you only, this is the other thing I want to say. If you're only, if you get like buzz happy, and I'm gonna explain what I mean by this. If you get buzz happy about like, oh, I want to run a team and it seems so exciting and like I just want to be a boss, right? But you don't really, you're not willing to actually go the mile and do the work that's required for you to really build and sustain a team, meaning you're not willing to go through the mindset shifts that it actually takes when your team is coming to you for all of the answers and all of the solutions, when you're still trying to train them to be independent. Like if you're not willing to go through a period of strain, a period of transition, and just trying to find your fits as a team leader, as a CEO, then this program wouldn't really be for you. If you're only attracted to the glitz and glamour of having a team, but you don't actually want to get in the mud and do the dirt and do the work that it takes to really train and build a team, this wouldn't be for you. But if you're willing to go the mile and you know this is what you need to do, and when I say train a team, I'm talking about one person. If you're not willing to go the mile to really vet out candidates and do interviews and find that right person and then put in the time and effort to train them, even though you're busy, even though you have so much on your plate, you know this is priority. You know you need to hire the right person like yesterday. And in the climate that we're in now, with the way it is right now, with trying to find qualified candidates, it's hard AF. Like it's really difficult right now to do this. So if you are willing to go the mile, and to do the work, Hire Great Help will be a really good fit for you. Okay, so who this is not for, I kind of touched on it a little bit, but this is not for people who are not willing to go the mile or do the work, and who want to just hire people, who hire experts who come to your company with all of the knowledge already, everything already in their head, and you don't have to do any work to train them or at least get them adapted to your company and your business and how you guys run based on your culture. This is not for you. If you are not at least a decade into studying and perfecting and working on your craft in the subject matter that you're an expert in, this is not for you. If you only have 1 or 2 clients right now and you don't have 5 or more clients, this is not for you. If you want somebody to click their fingers and you have a team that's running your whole business for you without you, I think I mentioned this, but without you putting any input in, you have no desire to train, you have no desire to like get in the mud with your team when work becomes busy and when clients need what they paid for, and you don't want to roll your sleeves up and like get in the mud with your team to make sure the work is done, this program in no way is for you. You have to build this thing up. You have to build this thing up. This is not push a button and click on all your automations and all of your automations are going to run your business for you, right? Like this is work. So if you know that and you're good with that, let's go to the next part so I can explain to you how this process actually works and what it looks like. So let's talk about what happens when you join. Well, first of all, here's what the process would look like for us to talk about and for us to explore and determine if I'm a good fit for you, if this program is a good fit for you and for what you need, because your time is extremely valuable. I value your time. I value, what you do as a business owner, and in no way, shape, or form do I want to spend your most valuable asset, which is time, on something that will not be of benefit to you. So let me say that first and foremost. However, if you know this is something that you need and you really do want to explore if this could be the right fit for you, I definitely want to make sure that you understand your time is going to be spent the best way. And we're really going to take out that time to explore whether I would be a good coach for you, Hire Great Help would be a good program for you. And if you're a good fit most importantly, if you're a good fit for our program and for our community that we have right now. So what it looks like is you would put in two ways you could do this. So you could DM me directly, send me a direct message or send me a text message. You just let me know in the text message, help, or you could put hire in there too, and just let me know that you're interested. Then you and I would engage in a conversation via DM, via chat, or via text, and we would just go over some preliminary things to determine if, where you are right now is positioned, and if where you are is the best entry point, right, to getting into Hire Great Help and maximizing the results when you come in. So we need to really determine like where you are right now, what your urgency is around hiring, where is it that you need the most help, what your focus is for this quarter, and then in quarter one and quarter two, so we can get you set up for success and get your game plan going for 2022, and just to see where you are, right? So that's the first thing. We would do the chat, and then if based on that chat or based on the text conversation that we have, you seem like a good fit for Hire Great Help and for our community, and then it seems like that I'm a good fit to work with you as a coach, and you determine that, I really can help you, you would have a lot of success by working with us in this program, then that next step would be, hey, Teresa, then the next step, I'm sorry, guys, if you are coming on Facebook and I can't see you and I'm not saying hi, it's because I can't see who's coming on Facebook, but I see Instagram, so welcome if you're tuning in and you're watching this. But if it's determined that you're a good fit, the next thing we would do is we would go ahead and you would do an application. So you must submit an application to be considered. Again, we just need to make sure after our initial conversation that you are a good fit and that we are a good fit for you, okay? Because it's very important to make sure that you can have the most success when you work with us, and there's just certain qualifiers that must be made to make sure that your success is predictable and inevitable by going through this program, right? So there's a lot of vetting that went into this, right? This is something I've been building over the last couple of years. So a lot of vetting has gone into this. So you would do your short application. The application should only take you like maybe 2 minutes. It's really super short, specific questions to the point. Nothing is playing around, beating around the bush. You would do your application. Once your application is in and it's reviewed and approved, you'll find out within 24 hours. We move kind of fast, so more than likely you'll know within like 2 hours or less whether your application was approved. And then if your application is approved, then we go into the next part, which is you're going to book a call to have a conversation with me. So you and I will get on the phone and have a conversation about your assessment. Okay, so after you do your application, then you get an email saying congratulations, you made it through the application process. we've processed 100 applications so far, and we love yours, and we would like to invite you to the next step. So the next step is you having a hire help call. And then before you book your hire help call, you get a assessment. So this is our eligibility assessment. Now the eligibility assessment is like, it's going to really make you get grounded and evaluate like where you are with your virtual online business, and where you are specifically with your virtual coach group program. Meaning, what are the gaps in your program? Where are the gaps in your program currently? Are you completely focused on marketing, but you have nothing set up in delivery? Do you have some of your delivery processes in place, or is it just like a wild west in your delivery? And right now you're just kind of serving clients one-off and trying to juggle all of the clients in your group program at one time, and you don't have any processes for making sure their experience is streamlined and consistent as they go through the program, right? And then we go into all of that. Once we figure out where your gaps are, where your opportunities for growth are, then we talk about how close or how far you are. And all of this is an assessment. So you go through a literal assessment that you get in the email that will walk you through this whole process. It's a pre-recorded video, and it comes with a self-assessment spreadsheet, so you can literally evaluate where you are yourself. And the spreadsheet will spit out and will output, I should say. The spreadsheet will output your results, so you can grade yourself on where your online group program is at right now, in terms of how close or how far away you are from hiring somebody to take over its management. Okay, so we thought through this process. We thought through this process. Okay, so then once you get the assessment, and your assessment gives your eligibility assessment has a grade, and you know where you stand with that. Once that's completed, then you book your call, you book your hire help call, and then you and I personally, you and me will get on the phone, and we will go over the results of your assessment. Then we're going to sit and really go through like what your grade was in your delivery area, where you might be succeeding and doing really well in your operations, and where the gaps may be. Where you are right now with your team. Do you have a virtual assistant who's running some things, but you know you could delegate more effectively? And then how close or how far are you to having a community, to being able to hire a community manager and delegate the management role to them, so we can get you out of the management role, meaning getting you out of the role of being the first point of contact for all your clients. So that's the process. Once we do our hire help call and we discuss your eligibility assessment results, if everything fits and you are an amazing fit, you are an amazing value add to our community, and we know, or I know, and I can determine that our community would be an amazing value add to you, you'll get invited to hire great help, and then we will get started. So after that, once you get started, then you go through a very streamlined, which we just made some updates to this too, because I just updated this program, and we're currently working on updates throughout the rest of this week. But you will go through onboarding assessment really quickly, just putting in your information so we can send you which I'm so hype about. We're going to send you a gift in the mail that nobody else is doing this. Nobody. It's not any like welcome boxes, or if you've ever been in other coaching programs and you get your welcome boxes and you get your candles and stuff, and it's cute and it's nice, but it's like, what we have is nobody is doing it. So anyway, I can't wait. So you go through that, you just fill in your, welcome to the program assessments. You get a really nice like swag bag, outfit, exclusive merchandise in the mail as well, to welcome you to the program. And then we welcome you to the community and you dive into the curriculum. So that's kind of the process of what happens once you join us. If you have any questions about that, like I said, please make sure you feel free to comment on this video. If you have any questions about that, ask your questions. I will come back and do a Q&A more than likely tomorrow. I'll be live twice tomorrow because tomorrow is the last day to submit your application. So if you know this is something you want to do and you're interested in working with me, this is your last chance to do it this year, because the next time I'm offering this, it's going to be for the new year. So if you want to get in, this is your chance, honey. You know, get in now because you don't got that much time left. Okay, so I'll be live twice tomorrow because tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the last is the deadline for you to place your application with us. So you must get in my DMs, you must send a text message and let us know you want to apply before 11:59 p.m. tomorrow, or doors will be closed. Okay. All right. So let me see. What did I miss? What's included? So what's inside Higher Grade Help? I'm gonna just pause for a second. Do you guys have any questions? Anything you want me to cover? I know I said a lot. I gave a lot of information just now, but is there any questions you have, anything you want me to answer? Let me check Facebook, see if I can see it. And then I'll get into like what's inside of Higher Grade Help, what's included, what's all of that good stuff. I'm gonna check Facebook for a second. I think you guys are good over on Instagram. Okay, so let me keep going. Okay, no questions, we're good. Okay, what's included? So when you join Higher Grade Help, what's included? First of all, you get access to our student portal, which this is where I'm excited. We just made some updates. To the student portal. So we're in a whole new portal right now. So you get access to the updated portal, right? And the flow of it is so much more cleaner. It rewards you based on how many times you log in, and when you go through your content, you know, you get like bonus points and you get certain rewards, and it's really cool. I really like the new portal that we just switched over to. So you get access to the student portal, and right now there's 6 modules that you will go through inside of Higher Grade Help. And I actually want to walk you through like what is the process to the program, so you are very, very clear on that. But you get access to the student portal, and you'll start obviously in the first module. And in the first module, I really make you you have to take an inventory of where your business currently is, meaning you're basically going to take what you did inside of the benchmark assessment and then start working on those first two pieces where you have the most opportunity for growth. So you're going to come in and you're going to immediately start working on getting clarity around like where you are in your client delivery, what's missing from the client delivery, evaluating like what's your, I'm trying to think of the word, it just kind of slipped, but we call it power planning, right? We call it power planning. So this is where you got to get super clear on what your plan is to streamline the client experience and to make sure that you are able to fully explain to whoever you're going to hire or whoever is on your team the steps a client takes when they go through your program. So you really have to like, module 1 is a lot of documentation, okay? I'll be very honest. It's a lot of documentation in the beginning because you have to get your plan straight, and you have to make sure that you have your development plan in place for your company and for where you want to go, but also, you know, where you want your clients to go when they hire you, and as they're going through your program, and then what's after your program. So you have to get that map basically in place. That's why it's called power planning. So once you get that laid out and you have the plan in place and you have an idea of what clients need to experience as they're moving through your online group program. And to give you an example, we had a client do this a couple of months back as she was going through the module, and she literally had to detail each step of her program once one of her business clients enrolled. in her program and explain what they do. So like they go through, you know, their introduction, and then they get introduced to the community, right? And then they have to make sure they submit these assessments, or they have to make sure they take these quizzes, right? So you have to have all of that in place. So you know, not only these are the things that a client needs to do to make sure they're progressing through the program efficiently, but these are also the places where like we put touch points in place to make sure that we are keeping track and we are able to keep tabs on when someone gets stuck, or we can anticipate when someone needs help because they might not speak out and ask for that. And so you just get really specific on like what your development plan is for you, for your business and your program. And then you get very clear on like, this is what clients need to experience and do from the day they sign the contract to the day they graduate the program. And the reason I make you get this like just this granular and this detail is because you have to be able to give this and explain this and teach this to your community manager. They have to have a full picture in their head of what the client experience is and what that client experience needs to look like, right? So for that person to be able to fully get the full picture, you have to detail it out. So that's power planning. That's the first two modules in Hire Great Help, right? And then beyond that, once you get all of the plan laid out and you get really clear on like, excuse me, what the development is and where things need to be in order for efficient management to take place, you need to move into making sure that you're moving into the I2 method, which I talked about the I2 method on a previous live stream. So if you missed it, I talked about the I2 method, I think it was last week, and you feel free to go back and watch that video because I really broke down what the I2 method was. But that's basically where you're going to start spelling out and detailing out what management needs to look like, what your team management needs to look like in your group program. And you get super clear on like, this is how I want my clients to feel, and this is how I want them to, this is what I want them to experience as they work with us and as they go through my program. And you get very clear on, like I said, how you want someone to manage all of those touch points and all of those details that you spelled out in the first couple of modules. So you have to determine what that needs to look like. What is the culture inside of your team? Do you want them to focus on quick responses? Do you want them to be there to respond when challenges come up inside of the program, or when someone has a billing question, or when someone has a complaint because they can't find a video that may be right there, but they just don't know where to locate it? Like all of the minute things that happen on a day-to-day basis when you're running a virtual program, you have to make sure that you fully spell out what you want the management of it to look like, because you're the manager. You're the one right now who's owning the management role. So it's up to you to really explain that knowledge, even if it's not formal knowledge and you didn't learn this in a textbook or in a school or get a degree from this. The truth of the matter is you built this business to the success level that it's at. So the only person who can effectively teach your community manager or your team how to manage this and how to run this is you, because you're the manager. So you really go into, when you get into the I2 method, I teach you how to take all of that information that's not formal information, but it's in your brain around management, around how you want your group to run, around what you want your clients to experience. How do you take all of that information out of your head and put it into efficient, explicit, but easy to understand documentation, like your SOPs and things of that nature, where you can now hand it off to somebody else and begin to delegate that. So that's the I2 method. That's the next phase inside of Hire Great Help. And then the third thing that you're going to go through, the third phase that you're going to go through is your process. So we want to make sure that once you have your development plans down and you know all the details around what you want the client experience to look like, once you've taken all of that information and put it onto paper and pulled it out of your head with the I2 method, now you're going to start to actually streamline this process and begin to hand it over to, get it prepared so you can hand it over to a community manager. This is where you start making sure that all of your processes for onboarding are in place. You have your processes for training and what you're actually going to train this person on begin to get built, right? So that you know when you hire someone to come into your business, they're not getting hired and then they're just like, it's just like Wild Wild West and they have to follow you all over, all over your busy work week, and there's no real like structure there for them to really pick up the understanding of what they're supposed to be doing once you hire them onto your team. So the process phase of Hire Great Help, which is the third phase, that's when you're really going to make sure that you just have your processes in place so that when that person comes on board, your onboarding is set, it's ready to go. Your training is set up and you know what you want to train them in. You know what the objectives are for the training so that as the person is going through training, whether that looks like 30 days for your company or 60 days or a 90-day trial window, however you determine that you want to set it up, you'll use our frameworks and you will use our frameworks to put your processes in place so that you can have all of that begin to get built out. Here's the thing, you are very busy. You don't have time to do every single bit on your own. So this is the reason we really love to work with you if you already have a virtual assistant who's on your team, if you already have an executive assistant who's on your team, if you already have someone who's a program coach who is on your team, because now you have someone who is able to help you build out each of these compartments in your business piece by piece by piece, who can be an assistant and help you actually get that done as you are moving along. So all of this is not just on you as the CEO and as the business owner, because you're already so very busy. So the process phase is really, really neat because it's when you start seeing everything pull together. And my favorite part about the process part is that you get to see clients go through launches, because like I said, you come into this already having a program. You join Hire Great Help already having your own program that you've launched several times before you started working with us. So most of the times clients will go through a launch or two, several launches as they're working with us, and they can see the difference after they launch they can see the difference after they work with us when they launch versus when they were just offering the program and they didn't have any of our processes from our Hire Great Help program in place. Because now you get to see that making sure clients are moving through your processes and your assessments and moving through your program, you get to see them move through it with much less effort, right? Like you get to see them move through it without your hands being on every single part, every single moving piece. And you get to see it done in a way where it doesn't cost a lot of money for you to do this. It's not like you need a lot of automations in place to make it happen. It's just thoughtfully planning out what the touch points need to be and where this person needs to be supported, and where a community manager would come in and make sure that people are progressing through the program without you always physically being the person who is the first point of contact. So it's just really nice to see how well people are taken care of, how you can keep a high level of delivery, and you can keep a high standard of excellence in your service, even as you are taking on more and more and more clients. It's allowed to grow simultaneously. You don't have to have one or the other. You are allowed to have both. And that's really the beauty of watching people go through Hire Great Help and go through this program, is because you come out of the mindset of, I'm scared to take on more clients because I don't know if I can keep up a level of excellence or a level of service. And you really transition into a mindset of, no, I'm allowed to have more clients and still have excellent level of service at the exact same time. So that's really nice to see. And it's one of my favorite parts of delivering this and just being a part of this transformation for the business owners that do go through our program. So that's process. And then the last part of this, of the final phase of Hire Great Help, is when you really get into the flow of your new community manager. So notice I didn't say much about like hiring and going through all of that. That is built into the curriculum. You will go through that phase of hiring, and you'll do that as you begin to get your processes ready. So right about that third phase is when you also start putting your fillers out there and you start going through the phase of actually hiring your community manager. we help you with all that. We have HR specialists who come into the program and who talk to you about what you need to be aware of in your state and where you live, and what you need to consider and think about when you're going to hire. We have a whole training on budgeting for hiring and making sure that you are putting those pieces in place. If you decide that you want to offer benefits or offer any type of like insurances and things like that, so those pieces are in place as well. Obviously, always you want to consult your own legal counsel as you're doing this, but we do have an HR specialist who comes into the program and walks you through that phase. So that's also very, very important, and it really does help with you not having to go per se seek out outside HR expertise. We bring that for you into the program. So that is very useful. For the dietitians, by the way, who are watching this and you're thinking, okay, how would this fit for me? You're in a really regulated industry. You might have some concerns about being able to hire a community manager to serve your clients virtually, because there's a lot of rules and regulations around what you can do virtually, depending on what state your clients live in and things like that. So if you're worried about that, we also have resources to be able to refer you out to someone who can give you that HR expertise as well as legal advice around what you can do. But there are options to you. There is flexibility available to you. You just have to make sure that your contracts are specific and you are aware of the states that you can operate in, the states that you can't operate in, and you just know what's available to you and what's in your sphere, what's in your boundaries and what's outside of your boundaries. So it's available to you too. You just have to ask the right questions, and we help you to arrive at those right questions and make sure that you're hiring a community manager who is licensed and legally allowed to handle your clients in the states that you serve. So take that worry off your plate. We thought through that, and we are definitely here to help you do that. So the final phase, like I mentioned, is now that you have your processes in place, you've done the whole development plan. Well, you've done the development plan. You've gone through and made sure that you did the I2 method, and you've determined what your management needs to look like, built out your training, you have your processes in place, you've gone through all of this, and you've hired the person that you need help with. Some people hire a brand new person to be their community manager. We also have clients in Hire Great Help who simply assign that responsibility or that role to someone else who's already on their team, and they've really displayed the excellence in their role to be able to absorb and own the responsibility of being a community manager. So we do have people who do either one. Whichever one you decide, we go into phase 4, and that is when you guys really begin to transfer the role of manager from you to your community manager. So we stay with you through this process, and that's why this is a 9-month program, because you really move through those first phases within the first 60 to 90 days, and then the whole rest of the program, we spend that time making sure you and your team are transferring knowledge, getting acquainted, making sure the training is going well, and making sure that person is fully able to absorb and own responsibility and get into that role and take that role off of your hands. So we are there to support you guys all the way from interview through the day that you train and as you actually get this person acclimated to the role. That's the 4th phase. And I think that's one of the most valuable parts of this program, is just having that having us at your hands to be able to walk you through this and not just tell you how to do it, but we're really there for you as you guys implement this as a team. So we do allow our clients who come in to Hire Great Help to bring your team to our coaching calls. We have bi-weekly coaching calls. One of the updates we're making to the program, we have bi-weekly coaching calls. We do weekly critiques. So anything you guys are working on, you or your team, that you want our eyes on and that you want us to get feedback on, we do weekly critiques. Every single Monday, those critiques come out, and we do allow you to bring your team members and bring your community manager to the coaching program. So it's not just you having to absorb all the knowledge as the CEO and trying to remember it all and downloading it all to your team. Your team is more than welcome to come on the coaching calls with us, okay? So that's something else that we do that's not really offered in a lot of other programs. And that's really what that's really what the path to success looks like in higher grade health. So again, I know that was a lot. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments below. I will come back and answer any questions that you have. Like I said, I'm going to do a Q&A tomorrow. So please drop any questions that you have. Or feel free to send me a direct message as well, reply to a story, and let me know that you watched the live stream today and that you have questions so that I can come back and answer them tomorrow. So lastly, what is, oh, I didn't mention, we do have a couple of bonuses in place as well for the program. So when you join the program, we do quarterly planning events every single quarter. So planning events for not just, you do planning events more than likely with your coaches at this point for your business. And as like the high level CEO and the high level decisions that you have to make, you do planning for that. But we do quarterly planning events for your team. So what is your team looking to accomplish in the next quarter, right? What are you guys goals? Are you doing any like sprints, things like that? So we do team planning quarterly events, and those are a bonus and a part of you joining us inside of Higher Grade Health. Any virtual events that we do, which we will be switching to doing events hopefully in the coming like quarter or so, maybe first quarter of next year, we'll be doing more of those like virtual type of events and things of that nature, virtual conferences, things like that. So any virtual events or live events, when we're able to, that we do, you do get a free ticket to those. Those are free of charge to you as a client of Higher Grade Health. You do not at all have to pay for those. We were definitely planning to do a live event next year in Hawaii, my absolute favorite place, one of my favorite places in the world. A live event next year in Hawaii. So if you join us in Higher Grade Health, you will get for free tickets to any event that we host. That is a bonus of you joining us in the program. And then you also get the hour of power, right? It's a Voxer hour of power. So when you join HGH, when you join us in Higher Grade Health, you get a 1 hour Voxer session directly with me to really like detail any mindset blocks that you're having around hiring or team building, anything that's really like holding you up or holding you back from implementing and executing this work. And you are able to use that hour, that Voxer hour, anytime during your enrollment in Higher Grade Health. But you do when you choose the day, you must choose the hour with on that day, and you're able to use that, cash that in anytime during your enrollment in the program. So that's also very powerful to just get some of that help in real time. And we have certain time frames that you're able to schedule that hour of Voxer with me, but that's something that's extremely valuable to you because you really can work through some of that like mindset blockage stuff if you are experiencing that as you are coming into the program or as you're going through the curriculum. And what else I need to mention to you guys? Oh, okay, so decision timeline and details. So like I said, applications close tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. I designated 11 spaces for this cohort of the program. Right now, you know, we have a couple people who graduated, and so we have 11 spaces available. We are down to 4. So if you know you want to be in Higher Grade Health and you want to learn more about this program, we are down to 4 spaces. So you need to get your application in by tomorrow, by 11:59 p.m. tomorrow, which is oh, did I say tomorrow? Today's the 9th. I'm so sorry, guys. By the 11th. By the 11th at 11:59 p.m., you need to make sure that you get your application in, okay? Applications close on September 11th at 11:59 p.m. So that will be Saturday. You have until Saturday night to get your application in. And like I mentioned, we have 4 spaces available. So if you know you want to be a part of this, I would suggest you get your application in right away. You can go to CinaMartinChandler.com/apply, CinaMartinChandler.com/apply, or send me a direct message. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have, and then we can get you started in the process of getting that benchmark assessment, okay? Enrollment closes, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you have about a week and 2 days for sure But like I said, we have to close applications down for Saturday because we need the time to make sure we go through all of them and reach out to those who passed the application process. So get your application. I know I keep saying that. Get your application in before Saturday night at 11:59 p.m., which is September 11th. 2 more days. You guys have 2 more days to get your applications in. Enrollment for Higher Grade Help closes September the 18th. Okay, September the 18th, enrollment closes for Higher Grade Help for this year. We will be opening doors up again one more time before the year is out, but that's for enrollment for Q1 of 2022. So if you want to work with us before the year is over, this is your only opportunity to do it, because when we open up enrollment again to work at the end of this year, it'll be for 2022. So this is your final opportunity to work with us in this year, period. This is the only way to work with us. I don't offer any other programs. I don't do any other type of coaching. This is how you're going to work with me if you're interested. So enrollment does close September the 18th, which is next Saturday. As I mentioned, for the rest of this year. And that's it, guys. That's all of it. I want to make sure I mentioned all of it to you, but just so you are clear on if this is a good fit for you, if you are interested and you want more information. I know for certain that certain changes are coming to the program. We've been making a lot of changes. We've been auditing a lot of the frameworks and things that we've learned from the clients that we've worked with for the last 6 months alone. It was so much new information and so many things that have come up that have worked for clients that now we're really baking it into the program and into the curriculum. So you get access to that curriculum. It is already pre-recorded. The curriculum is already done, and the curriculum is being updated constantly. So you get access to that. You get access to those biweekly coaching calls with me, with my team. At times, like I said, we'll have our HR specialists come in and do the coaching calls, but you get biweekly support from us. You get those weekly critique calls, okay? Weekly critique calls, those are, or not calls, I'm sorry. You get the weekly critiques, which are pre-recorded critique videos based upon a form that you fill out that submits to us anything that you and your team are working on, and you want our eyes on it. So if you want me and my team is named Team Destiny. If you want myself or Team Destiny to review what you guys are working on, you get those weekly critiques where you can submit what you're working on. You get the ability to submit no more than 2 things a week. So that could be your development plan. That could be a training that you just created for your community manager, and you want me to review it and make sure it's bomb. Like if that's what, if you would like that level of support, you need to go ahead and submit your application and join us in Higher Grade Help. You also, like I said, get access to those bonuses. I didn't even mention the community, but I'll get to that in a second. You get access to the bonuses. So every quarter we're doing every quarter we are doing team planning events. So any goals that you have for your team to accomplish, if you want to really make sure that you guys focus on certain projects, or you have certain sprints in place you want to do for the quarter, come to those quarterly team planning events, and you get access to those. And the events that we're going to do coming up on this new year, live events, virtual events. If we are able to do that, a live event in Hawaii, you have a free ticket if you're a Higher Grade Help member, and you get that power, you get that Voxer hour of power with me. So cash in on that hour to Voxer with me if at any point during your enrollment in Higher Grade Help, to really work through any mindset blocks you have around hiring, or anything that you guys are struggling with as you're transferring over your core profit role, which is the role of you being the manager for all of your clients, to your community manager. It's you removing yourself out of the seat of being the first point of contact for all your clients, and you're giving that role to your community manager as you're going through that very difficult process. Difficult but doable, because now I've created a roadmap for you to actually accomplish this, right? If you're struggling with that, you get to cash in on that Voxer power of hour with me to work through those mindset blocks. And our community, we have such a it's such an intimate but amazing community of clients who are like go-getters. They are so committed to making sure their team succeeds. Not only them, and not only do they want to succeed as the business owners, but they really care about their team succeeding, and they really invest in their people. And that's what I love about the community that we've created in Higher Grade Help. You have people who are still working on their first 6 figures, and you have people who are closer to their first million in the community. We've worked with people who have done their first million and moving on beyond that before. And so there's just this large diversity of CEOs who are all at different levels, but who are all able to piggyback and support one another when we do our group client events, to really just be able to support each other as you're going through this transitional phase in your business. Like, you're moving into another level of owning a business, and you're moving into another level of CEO-ship. So having a community of people who are so dedicated to their craft and so dedicated to the success of their clients and their team is invaluable. There is no dollar or price tag that you can really put on that. And I think that is the part that I love so much about this program. So like I said, we are an intimate group, but we're just getting started. Like, the best is yet to come. So you're coming in at a point where, we're giving it all we got, and it's just continuing to get better. So that's it, guys. I really hope to see you in this program, if this is for you, if this is something that's going to help you really be able to hire, onboard, and train your first community manager, and really experience the freedom of watching your clients feel so satisfied that they want to stay working with you for years and years to come, because they know that they are fully supported in your program, not just by your curriculum, not just by the automations that you have in place, not just by the emails that you're sending out to them, but they know that you have took the time to hire someone to be in charge of making sure that they are supported, and that when they need help, they can reach out to someone by first name, not a bot, not going into all of this technology and this AI stuff, but people still want human communication. And your client is wrapped in that support and in that thankfulness when you do this, and when you put this process of hiring a community manager into your business. Clients feel that, and they stay with you, and it increases brand loyalty beyond imagination. So I'm so excited to work with you, to help you build this, to help you put this in place for your business. And if you are willing to make that commitment to yourself, and you trust me enough to be a part of the transformation that you're about to experience as a business owner, whether you're working on your first 100,000, your first 500,000, or your first million, and you trust me enough to help you get there, I would be so grateful to be of assistance and to be of service. So I just invite you to, like I said, submit your application, cinamartinchandler.com/apply. Send me a DM with the word hire so that I know you're interested and we can talk, or text us at 267-223-4402. So we can chat and, see if you're a good fit and get you that eligibility assessment right away to your email. I look forward to seeing you inside of the program. I really do. And if this isn't for you, and you know somebody who really would need this and who could really be supported by this, please send them this video in a direct message, or tag them below and let them know they need to get their application in before Saturday night at 11:59 p.m. to be considered. Okay, so I hope you guys, thank you for rocking with me. We've been here for a minute. Enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers to your business growth and all of your success. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.